In this video, we're going to look at the concept of mole of a substance for chemistry. Right now, this is an important topic for chemistry, how to deal with basic calculations involving mole of a substance. Now, after going through this video, I guarantee you guys that you'll be able to do simple or basic calculations involving mole of a substance for chemistry. Okay, so having done that, let's go into the details of the video. Alright, so we're looking at the concept of mole. Alright, now note that 1 mole of a substance is equal to Avogadro's constant number of particles, which is 6.02 times 10 to the power 23 particles. Okay, now note that these particles could be atoms, it could be molecules, it could be ions or electrons. So 1 mole of a substance is equal to this Avogadro's constant. Okay, now let's look at the general formula for calculating the mole of a substance. So number of mole equals mass of the substance or mass of elements or compound over, we have our relative formula mass of the substance or element or compound. Remember, it's either you call it relative formula mass or you call it what? Molar mass. Take notes of this. Okay, and the mass of the substance is usually measured in gram. All right, the relative formula mass or the molar mass is measured in what? Gram per mole. Okay, so take notes of these respective units. Now, having known this formula, let's look at a basic question on this. We're going to apply this formula to. Let's write this and look at this question. Okay, guys, look at this question. It says how many moles are there in 66 grams of carbon dioxide? Now, to calculate this, it will be to apply the formula number of moles equals mass of the substance over relative formula mass of the substance or molar mass of the substance. We have the mass to be 66 grams over. Now, to calculate the relative formula mass, we are going to add all the relative atomic masses of the atoms in this compound of carbon dioxide. So we have the relative atomic mass of carbon to be 12. That of oxygen is 16. This is 12. Alright, so when you add them, it's going to give us 12 plus 16 times 2. We have 2 atoms of oxygen here. So this will give us 12 plus 32. Alright, so this will give us 44. Okay, so when you bring it to this place, we're going to have this output to be 66 over 44. So when you punch it on the calculator, we're going to have it to be 1.5. So have it to 1.5 mole. Right, so that will be the answer to this question. Is as simple as that, guys. Now, what if you are given this question? Let me give you this part of this question. What if you're asked to, this time around, this question changed. We're asked to calculate. Let me wipe this and show you. Okay, guys, now let's look at this question. It says calculate the number of moles in 90 grams of water. Now, feel free to pause this video and see if you can figure this out using the same procedure for the previous question we solved. Okay, let's do it together. Now, this is very, very simple. So the formula will be number of moles equal mass of the substance over relative formula mass of the substance or molar mass. So the mass is 90 over the relative formula mass of water. Let's say we are giving the relative atomic mass of hydrogen to be 1, that of oxygen to be 16. So it's going to be add all the relative atomic masses of the atoms of this compound water. So when you do it, you're going to have it to be, we have 2 atoms of hydrogen, is going to be 1 times 2 plus, we have 1 atom of oxygen, 16. This will give us what? 18. So we have it to be 90 over 18. Alright, so when you simplify this, 90 over 18 will give us 5. So we have it to be 5 moles. Alright, so this will be the answer to this question. Now note that this mole here is the symbol or short form for moles, so don't be confused with it. Okay, now let's look at how to get the mass of a substance when you are given the number of moles and the relative formula mass of the substance. Okay, now let's write this. Let's look at a typical example of that. Okay guys, now let's look at this question. It says, what mass of carbon is there in 4 moles of carbon dioxide? Alright, so our usual formula is number of moles, okay, equals mass of the substance over the relative formula mass. Alright, so all you have to do, because in this question, let's get our parameters. We have the moles to be 4 moles, and we have the relative atomic mass of carbon to be 12. Now to get the relative formula mass of the element, right? Because this is my one working with element, no longer compound. Alright, so the relative formula mass of the element carbon will still be 12. Alright, had it been we are dealing with a compound, we would have added the relative atomic masses of the atoms of that compound. But since we are dealing with elements, alright, so it will just be this. When you cross multiply, you're going to have 4 equals, now let's represent the mass with x over 12. So when you cross multiply, the mass of 4 moles of carbon will now be 12 times 4, which will give us what, 48 gram. Alright, so it's as simple as that. Okay, let's wipe this. Let me give you a chemistry practice question on this, finding the mass of a substance using this formula. This time around, we no longer deal with elements but a compound. Alright, so that you understand it better. Let's wipe this. Okay guys, now let's look at this chemistry practice question. It says calculate the mass of 0.20 mole of potassium bromide. Alright, we are given the relative atomic masses of the elements that make up bromide to be this. Okay, now feel free to pause this video and see if you can figure this out. Okay, let's do it together. The formula to apply, number of moles, okay, equals mass of the substance over relative formula mass or molar mass of the substance. So let's get our parameters. In this question, we have the number of moles to be 0.20 mole. To get the relative formula mass, it will be to add all the relative atomic masses of the atoms of the compound. Alright, so we have the relative atomic mass of potassium to be 39, and we have 1 atom of potassium in this compound, so it will be 39 plus that of bromine, we have it to be 80, and we have 1 atom of bromine as well in this compound. Alright, so it will be 39 plus 80. So this will be, when you punch this on the calculator, we are going to have it to be 119 gram per mole. Okay, so when you plug it in this formula, alright, so we're going to have 0.20 equal, let's replace the mass with x over 119. Okay, now to make s the solid formula, you cross multiply. So our x, the mass, will now be 119 times 0.20, which will give us, when you punch in a calculator, you are going to have it to be 23.8. Now if you are leaving it to the nearest whole number, this 8 is up to 5. So when you approximate it as 1 to this 3, it will now be 24 gram. Alright, and that will be the answer to this question. Let's go to class here. I hope you learned something interesting from this video. Now if you are new to the channel, ensure you check the description of this video below. You'll see a link to our Telegram channel. Click on it and join the Telegram channel for instant notifications. Also ensure that you are subscribed to this channel by hitting the subscribe button for more videos like this. Like, share, and comment on this video. Tell me how you feel from what I learned from this class. If you seem to have any specific questions asked regarding this topic for your chemistry, feel free to leave your question in the comment section below and I will be sure to give you a response. Alright, now click on the end screen above and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.